Hello, all my merrymakers. I am Becca, and welcome to a newer segment on my channel called Bookmark Monday. This is a lot of other people doing this, so it's not like, and they might be calling it different things. But I was definitely inspired by Sam from Mamfa Makes and Christina from Bella Ingenito. And what am I talking about? Because you're just sitting there. So basically, we're going to go through some sort of pattern source, whether it be a book or a magazine. And we're basically not only just going to my brain is getting ahead of itself. So we're going to look at each pattern, and I'm going to tell you whether or not I am deciding to make it or not. So I've only done one of these so far. I did it before the new year with the crochet magazine that I got, and so I this might be one of those segments that I just do for myself. There wasn't a lot of interest in that first one, but maybe as we do it, more people get interested. Now, this book is actually kind of what inspired me to do this section, because this book alone, although it's not very thick, it says down here, it says it's a delightful collection of 50 cuddly cozy heirloom afghans to crochet. Now I am not going to be looking at all 50 today. Okay, that would fry me, that would fry you. So here's what we're going to do. Thankfully, they have each set of afghans in their own separate section. So this one book is got 7 sections. So we're going to spend 7 bookmark Mondays on this book alone. So it's going to, and I've already kind of perused this book a little bit, not gonna lie. I'm gonna be more talking about what I like about each pattern, what I don't like about each pattern, and trying to limit my selection of each pattern to maybe 1, 2 if I feel really strongly about it, per a section. Because again, there are 50 afghans in this book, and if we're realistic, I might be able to make 1 out of 7. Let's assume there's 7, because that's 7 times 7 is 49. That's 7 afghans, which, afghans not only take a lot of yarn, they take a lot of time, and, you guys know I'm a stay-at-home mom with 2 kids and that homeschool. So time is not exactly a commodity that I have right now. That being said, being that we're getting into the Valentine's season, I thought it would be apt to go ahead and do chapter 1, which is called A Touch of Romance. All right. So we're gonna start with what they call double wedding ring. Now, so this is not the most flattering photo, in my opinion. If you're gonna choose a solid color for a wedding ring, light brown with a pink border does not do me any favors. That being said, I do like that it is one color. you know, and it calls for 49 ounces of tan. And then if you're doing, and that's the main body. So let's see, if each skein is about 10 ounces, you're looking at 5 skeins. And that's 4-ply worsted weight. Obviously, if you use a thinner yarn, but you want to make the same size, pardon me, you're gonna need more yarn. It does say that the size that it yields is 55 to 71 inches. So that's a sizable blanket. I do like that, you know, this looks like it's a pattern that you might be able to get into a rhythm with. I do like that you're not thinking about what color you need to choose next. That being said, I could also see this, because of that, it being a little bit boring. Would I make it if somebody asked me to? Absolutely. Would I make it over my own volition? Probably not. So the next one we have is called Scallops and Shells. I do like the kind of design that they got that kind of looks like it's striped, but it's not, even though this is all white. And then you've got the purple and the lighter purple shells in between. It says skill levels easy. The size it yields is 49 inches to 64 inches. It says that it calls for 36 ounces of beige. I guess that's beige. I just thought that was white and it was bad lighting. I mean, again, the colors themselves don't matter. Any colors could do, especially with something like this. You know, especially if you choose beige as the main color, beige will lean any way you tell it to. You know, so because this has purple, you know, in it and around it, it's leaning purple. So that is one cool thing about beige. Would I do this pattern? I would do this pattern before I did the other pattern. Because again, it looks like it's got some interesting stitches. It's got some color to it. And it's a little bit more, you can do more things with it. All right. This one is called Victorian Lace. Now, y'all, I'm gonna level with you. Blankets like this do not make sense to me. They do not make sense to me. Like, yes, all crochet has holes. Yes, most knitting, especially if you do like yarn overs or, you know, cables, won't have holes. But this, I can't see this holding any heat whatsoever. And to me, a blanket, the whole purpose of an Afghan / blanket is to hold heat. This just looks pretty. And things that just look pretty are not up my avenue. Now, could I see making a smaller version as like a table runner or something? Maybe. I mean, the size it yields is 49 inches by 64 inches. So again, none of these are small. These are full-size Afghans. Yeah. Now this one is cool. This is called Floral Tapestry. Now, again, this one I could see doing. This one actually is the one so far that interests me the most, because you don't have to make it white and pink. You know, you can choose whatever colors and it's very, there's a word I'm looking for and my brain is just not thinking of it. Comment down below what word you think I'm trying to think of. But yeah, that's a definite maybe. This one's called Holiday Blossoms. That's a little same to me. If I had like, I could see doing 4 different colors of centers or something to break this up, because pink, like at least the other one, the white, there was those white squares in between with the more details on it. This is just the same square over and over and over again with the same colors. And that's and even though it says Holiday Blossoms and it calls for pink and green, again, any color to, and you can make it match your decor. There's a word there. I'm telling you, there's a word there. Let's see, all right. This one is called Country Hearts. I hope you can see that heart design in it. This is really cute. I could see this being, again, made for somebody for Valentine's Day, for an anniversary, whatever colors you want. It doesn't particularly interest me. But again, if somebody were to say, hey, Becky, could you make this for me? I'd be like, sure, no problem. All right, so that's all of Touch of Romance. So I'm going to go back and put a bookmark on Floral Tapestry. And this one I'm not going to put green and yellow and red to like indicate, you know, I'm just taking one of my stickers and putting it on Floral Tapestry, which was this one with the, where you got solid squares, which again, that's a nice break after making a super intense square. Now let's see. So it says to make 8 Afghan stitches, 8 Afghan blocks. And then double crochet blocks. I guess the double crochet blocks are the ones with the floral on them. Yeah. And then it tells you how to border and do the borders and assemble it and do not only the borders of the inch into, because like there's kind of like this scalloped edge. I don't know if you can tell. So that's kind of cool. So I might have Afghan stitch is actually one I do know how to do. I'm just not sure how that's gonna work. Because those are the ones that they're saying is the cross stitch. So I'm gonna have to look into that, because I thought an Afghan stitch was one single crochet with 2 double crochets all in the same stitch, but that's not. This looks like just single crochets across, so I'm kind of confused. So I'm gonna have to do a little research before I make that particular Afghan. But let's be honest, I'm still leaving the ends in on the panda blanket, so I'm not starting any Afghans anytime soon. That being said, that is the end of our session today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you give it a like, especially if you're a subscriber and you would like to stay subscribed. That way the evil YouTube overlords don't unsubscribe you from my channel against your will. Feel free to leave a comment down below. It helps my analytics. If there was one that you liked, or some suggestions, or hey, you know what word I was looking for. Anyway, it helps my analytics. If you're not a subscriber yet, please consider subscribing. I have a lot of yarny content, and if that's your jibe, make sure you hit subscribe. Plus, you would do well to hit that notification bell. If you really like my channel and want to help it grow, share this video with everyone you know. In the meantime, make whatever makes you merry. Ciao.